Hey everyone, welcome to a Nintendo 64 haul video. Got a little mail call here today. A couple carts. Figure go through, talk about them for a second there. Talk about some of my memories with some of these games, as well as maybe clean them up. Talk about them while got my rubbing alcohol, rag, cotton swabs to clean the insides of it because these do need a little bit of cleaning. But anyways, yeah. So placed a bulk order on Mercari, and luckily the person accepted my my submission, so that was great because I pretty much basically got this first game up here, Rage War, for free with the bundle. So yeah, first up, Turok Rage Wars. I can honestly say I've never played Turok Rage Wars. I've only played Turok 1 and 2. I haven't played 3. I haven't played Rage War yet. I do want to play this. I can't wait to actually check it out and play it on stream or just play it on my own, kind of thing like that. But the Turok games are always fun. Again, much like GoldenEye, just kind of those initial first steps for first-person shooters on the console. And the N64 up until like I want to say the Xbox, that was the first-person shooter console system, man. Because you had 4 Turok games, you had GoldenEye, you had Perfect Dark. Another game that will be up here is technically a first-person shooter, though it's kind of a weird first-person shooter. But you had a lot of shooters on the Xbox, or not the Xbox, the N64, and this being one of them. And the Turok franchise is fondly held by a lot of people. Like I said, I've only played the first 2. I really like Turok 1. I didn't own it. My neighbor did, and I went over to his house, and him and I hung out, and we played it a lot. So glad to add this bad boy to the collection. Next up will be that next first person shooter, the South Park video game. Now, this one is kind of infamous. A lot of people hate it and say it's bad. I have fond memories of this game. So this game came out 1997. So I was 14 years old when this came out. And I really like this game. But, South Park's humor is still good today, but right up 14-year-old's alley. And, when you're younger, game quality, unless it's really shit, doesn't affect your enjoyment. So that's one of those things, like, I really like the South Park game as a 14, 15-year-old kid. As a 41-year-old man, I don't know if I will like it. I am going to play this to hit that nostalgia bug. But, yeah. So, again, it's technically a first-person shooter, even though you're running around mostly throwing snowballs. I think you get a gun at some point in this game. It's been almost 30 years since I played this game, so pardon me if I don't remember everything. I do remember fighting the turkeys a lot in this game, but it's got that South Park humor, and again, I know people shit on it these days, but I have fond memories of it. Will those fond memories come through when I actually play this again as an adult? Probably not. But I'm still going to give it the old college try and have some fun with it. I've always had a fond memory of South Park, even to this day, though. I don't like their serialized versions. I like the one-and-done episodes where they do a whole season arc. Not really my thing, but South Park's still funny. I still like seeing the memes on TV and stuff like that. And South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut is still, to me, one of the funniest movies ever made. So, right there. And then lastly, it's only a 3-game haul. This one I'm definitely going to have to clean some of the top off of. It's like 1, 2. I guess the person had their name on it, the original owner, Salmon. And 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know what that means, but it's Mario Party. This is my first Mario Party to own in the new collection, and so I'm really excited to have this in the set because the Mario Party games, as popular as Mario Party is, the Mario Party games are fairly expensive. Like, this is the Mario Party 1 is the cheapest one, which I'm actually kind of surprised it's the cheapest one considering the Bloody Palms incident and everything like that. So it's going to be one of those funny things to go about. Like, the one game I'll avoid is the one where you got to do that with your palm on the joystick to get it done, because you could get gloves from Nintendo if you because of a class action lawsuit. So we're going to play this. I haven't played this game since it originally came out in 97, 98 with my buddies, playing 4-player. We mostly I want to say we played 3 the most. But yeah, we had a blast playing 4-player Mario Party. So again, excited to play this bad boy, pop it in there, relive some of those high school memories. So it's always fun to play the games, but generally speaking, before we get to play them, because most of the time when you buy a game from someone, they've been sitting around, they haven't been actively played, so a lot of times there's going to be dust on the pins. The best way to clean the dust off the pins, put a little, I held up the Q-tip, but a little rubbing alcohol, cotton swab, not Q-tip. These are not Q-tip brands. These are Walmart brands, probably Walmart brands, maybe Kroger brand. I don't know. They're definitely not branded Q-tip. So put the little rubbing alcohol in there, and I just go in, clean the pins. Actually, this South Park one's pretty clean. Just looking at it, and it's not gonna focus. There's a little bit of dirt on that one. So you just set that aside, let that dry. We'll do Rage Wars next. This one looks a little dirtier though. Yeah, that one's a little bit dirtier. So we just clean the pins off right there. And then, so I did two. We'll do the other side. We'll get that with a little bit of rubbing alcohol there. Clean. Yeah, the Mario one's dirty. South Park was the cleanest one by far. Mario's the dirtiest by far. Good Lord. A lot of dirt in there. But yeah, just rub in there. Just get it clean. And you can see that that's not white anymore. It's a very dirty game. So we're just gonna set that over there. So South Park cart is pretty clean. Not really any cleanup we could do there. There's a little dirt that I don't know if it's going to pick it up because it's on black that you can see on Turok. Mario, obviously dirty. So best way to go about that, like you can use like nail polish remover to get this off, but that's going to also eat away at the plastic. I don't recommend doing that. And I'm also going to be putting a label over top of these. So I'm not going to really worry too much about getting that off. But a lot of times the alcohol, if you just get it on there, you can see it's getting pretty much all that off. That one might be a little bit, but look at that. There's just a little bit left of that one, but that'll be covered up, so I'm not going to worry about that. Now the camera's not going to pick it up too well. It's on there a little faded, like it's not 100% clean, but like I said, I'm putting a label on there, so it's not that big of a deal yet. And just, let me see, there's a little, get the smudge off there. Because I do like my carts to be as clean as possible. I generally, unless there's any goo or residue, I don't go over the label at all. Because I don't want to ruin that. So we'll let that dry. And like I said, South Park's already clean. It's just a little bit. Actually, maybe, is the cart supposed to have like white specks? Or maybe that's paint? No, that's like a little bit of paint, but either way, we got to rub the tops down on all the carts to put our labels on. Oh, there's a little dirt on the cart there, but we want to wipe those down, let them dry for a second. It doesn't take long to dry at all, which is another reason why I'm using the higher percentages. I think 91 is the highest you can get. They're all cheap. I think it goes from like 60 all the way up to 90. 90 dries the quickest and the least likely to damage your electronics. So when you're using alcohol to clean things, definitely get the higher one. So we got to go through our labels. See, we got our labels here. See, we're in the B's. I keep these mostly in alphabetical order unless Bowie messes with them. So first up's going to be Mario Party. There's Mario Golf. I don't have Mario. I thought I had Mario Golf. I got to get Mario Golf. I don't have it. All right, so first up, I always love doing this. This is my little checklist, kind of like the backup checklist when I'm like ordering on. So Mario Golf, and I just load it on top of there. I try to center it. I'm probably going to really script centering it here, but I try to center it the best I can. I mean, I don't worry about it being perfect, but boom, there we throw that on there. And next up is going to be S for South Park. We're in R's. Snowboard Kids, Space Invaders, South Park Rally. There's South Park. But yeah, I do love these little labels since, Nintendo cheaped out on us and did not give us any top labels for our games. It's just so weird that you would do. But I have a theory about that, why there is no top labels on the N64 and Super Nintendo games. There you go. Why they don't really have much of a top label. and but especially the N64. I think the reasoning behind that is that Japanese kids keep the boxes for their games. Like it's not uncommon to find when you go to Japan or when you order online from like a Japanese place to get a complete in box game. Like you see on my back shelf, I've got complete in box Custom Robo 2, complete in box Chrono Trigger, complete in box Final Fantasy 1, complete in box Final Fantasy 6, complete in box Mario Kart with the controller. And it's one of those things like the kids there, I guess, kept the boxes to, just not necessarily display their game, but just so they could see what game it was, things like that. So that's why I think Nintendo just like, since the carts were basically universal except for the backs, they're just like, we don't need to waste money putting labels on the top. The kids keep their boxes, at least in Japan they do. But boom, there we go. Labels on there. I love these labels. Got them from Etsy, kind of thing. They're a lot of fun to pull off and stick on my games. And that way I've got the top labels, even though the top labels don't matter because of the way I display them. I display them front facing. And that's probably how I'll display them because the shelves have enough room to where I can look over top and find the game. So I don't necessarily like my N64 games, my Nintendo games. They're like this on a shelf, but I like the labels facing out for my N64 games. I don't know. It's just the way I like to display them. I think it's because my wife, if you look at the first three rows, you can see there's like 3D printed Nintendo 64 cases. My wife got me that for Father's Day one year. So because of they're displayed that way, and when she got me those three, I think they hold 10 to 12 carts each. I can't remember. So I didn't even have like 30 games at the time. So like I couldn't even fill them all out at that point. But, that's because I have those. I like to display them that way. And if you're thinking, oh, are you going to buy more of those? No, I'm not. I do though it would be nice because sometimes the front ones fall. So maybe I will. Or I've got a 3D printer. Maybe I'll print some of my own kind of thing. But, yep, so these carts are there. These are 144, 145, and 146 of the 296-ish collection for the American games. So we are almost halfway there. 146 times 2, that's 293. So, or no, 292. So we're almost halfway there. We're almost at the halfway mark. And like I said, that's kind of the roughly halfway mark because it kind of depends on who you talk to. If like Blockbuster rental exclusives that you couldn't buy, you could only rent and then people would buy later, if those count towards a complete set. That's part of the 296. I don't know, because like sculptors like Clay Fighter 63 and a third, you got 63 and a third, then you got the sculptors edition, sculptors whatever, that was the Blockbuster rental exclusive. So it's like, if you get just Clay Fighters, do you need the sculptors cut, kind of thing like that, to have a complete set? So that would be 295, kind of thing like that. But that's a question for another time. Just wanted to show off the new games, talk about them for a few minutes, and just keep up the N64 collection. Because like I said, I'm going for a complete set on the N64, mostly just cart. The only non-cart I have right now is WCW back of all the games that have like the actual complete inbox. So it's also sealed as WCW Backstage Brawl, and the only reason why I own that sealed is because I think the cart goes for about $10, and I was at a swap meet and the guy gave me that for 20. I was like, $20 and I'll have a sealed game, just to kind of have that box and that nostalgia, kind of cool. But yep, so there it is. I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the little bit of cleaning tips I did at the end help you. You can find, I'm not going to link any because I don't know where my wife got these on Etsy. I just know you can search N64 labels on Etsy. You'll find a ton. I think generally they go for like $10 for a complete set. So you can definitely find them there. They're a lot of fun. So, but thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. If you're a video game collector, let me know what you're collecting. Are you going for a complete run of a certain system? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you have a great rest of your day. Take care now. Bye.